What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the JARON Studio channel on YouTube, where we encourage boldness, creativity, and awareness of the voice. So I was sitting in my studio earlier today, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I was being so productive, scrolling through Instagram. No, but seriously, I was scrolling through there, and I got lost in the world of the news feed. You know, the news feed where you scroll and kind of just see anything that people like and what's popular. So I was scrolling through earlier today, and I landed upon a post of somebody talking about PJ Morton. So I click on the post, and I'm like, okay, and I see PJ singing as excellently as he always does. And then I saw, his background singers who are the Amours. And I said, oh, look at the Amours real quick. So I click on their profile and I'm scrolling through, and I forgot that I saved a few of their videos. They do this thing called blending session, or a weekly blending session. I didn't get the right name, but they do this thing where they sing together, and they are sisters from DC, I believe, and they sing with and behind PJ Morton. They also have their own EP, and they're well-known artists, and I am a huge fan of theirs. And so I saw one of their videos about blending, and I thought to myself, why not just do an impromptu YouTube video about one of the videos? So I'm gonna analyze one of their videos, okay? So this is a medley they did, I think sometime either last year or earlier this year, of two well-known songs that I know very well. But since it's only like 49 seconds long, I'm gonna play the whole thing for you guys, so you guys can kind of just listen. And we're gonna talk about siblings and how they sing and what these two sisters are doing and all the things like that, okay? So let's watch it.
Don't leave me, boy. Please stay with me tonight. Don't leave me, boy. Please stay with me too. I really like what you've done to me, and I can't explain it. I'm so into you. Really like what you've done to me, and I can't explain it. I'm so into you.
They are good. They're good. They're just good. Sheesh. Sisters. Y'all cold. So let's go back to the beginning and let's listen to it again. And we're gonna stop and go like we always do and just see what happens. So let's do it.
Don't leave me, boy.
Do you hear what they did? Don't leave me, boy. So they did several vowel shapes or several word shapes within that one word, boy. The word is boy, but it said, don't leave me, boy. Okay, so they had all these vowel shapes within that part, but they did it together in unison, which makes it amazing. And it's not just a vowel, it's how they're shaping everything down on in here. So they kind of have a little bit of higher larynx. It kind of, don't leave, it's kind of stiff fold, higher larynx-ish, if you will. This is just me guessing, I don't know really for real, I'm just listening to a video. So I'm just kind of guessing what they kind of do, but it's kind of a little higher of a larynx. They have a little twang within their voice, but they both are doing the same thing, which makes their blend all the more well, because it's one thing to just say the same vowel, but if you actually are doing the same thing in your vocal tract or your throat or whatever you want to call it, that's going to make that blend all the more amazing and succinct and sharp, because you want to be sharp in your singing, you want to be detailed in your approach. That would set you apart from everybody else. It's one thing to just kind of get up and sing and hope it sounds good. It's another thing to really be intentional with what you are doing, and as a result, you sound professional, you sound clean, crisp, and intentional, in your approach, and that's what they're doing here. That boy was the first example, and they're using some twang, a little bit of breathy tones too, throughout the whole video, but we'll talk about some more. But yeah, right here they did, don't leave me, boy, okay? And they kind of extend each vowel sound a little bit. I kind of did a quick version, but that's what they're doing. So let's keep going.
Please stay with me tonight.
Okay. Please stay with me tonight. Okay. okay? And I probably butchered that night part. But anyway, whatever. So what they're doing here is that they're doing some more vowel modifications. Stay. They're going right to the second part of the diphthong. A diphthong is just two vowel sounds together. So they're going to the second part of the diphthong, which is stay with me. And you notice, look at their mouths. They're not stay with me. It's moderately rounded, but it's not stay with. It's just it's relaxed. It's relaxed a little bit. Stay with me tonight. And then when they did that stop is a glottal stop. So they intentionally stopped their vocal folds from vibrating and kind of did a glottal pop to start the vocal line again. So it makes it even more crisp. Okay, so that's what they did right there. Okay, so glottal pops are not a bad thing. As long as you don't do them super hard and all the time, they're not a bad thing. It can bring some percussiveness, some rhythm to your voice, that you can't produce by doing just a big vocal line, So yeah, that's what they did there. Let's keep going.
Don't leave me, boy. Please stay with me too.
So they put breathiness in there. They put air in there. I really like. That's what they're going. Okay. Say and let me say this too. I don't sing like them. I'm not trying to sing like them. So don't be laughing at me on this other side of the screen. Talk about, oh, you sound terrible. I'm not trying to sing like them. So leave me alone. So anyway. So yeah, so they said, so they did a glottal onset, but a breathy tone. So the breathiness comes from just letting more air pass through your glottis, which is where your vocal folds meet. They're letting more air pass through that than they normally would if they were kind of singing full voice, kind of like a belty or just kind of a thicker sound, So they said, instead of hi. That's the aspirate onset. They didn't say hi, they said I. You can definitely do a glottal onset with a breathy tone or with a breathy timbre, with a breathy, aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. That's what they did there. And that's really cool. Really cool. Let's go.
Really like what you done to me and
What you've done to me, they rounded that me instead of what you done to me, oh I can. They said what you done to me and I. Okay, and so they kind of rounded that and they kind of changed the words a little bit to kind of fit what they want to do. You can just say they sung together forever. You just say they sung together forever. It just shows they are very intentional. They have practiced well. They know what they're doing. I just think a lot of this comes naturally for them, as opposed to some people really have to work for this. This is attainable, but I think for them it comes a lot of natural, so which is cool. And it's just what they're gifted with, Glory to God for that, Keep going.
Can't explain it. I'm so into you. Really like what you've done to me and I can't.
So, before this video, the first video I saw, I think they did all unison. I had no idea who was what part or who was what voice, whatever the case may be. No, they did harmony, but they did something together where there wasn't like different parts going. It was just they did the harmony at the same time. And I remember that video, I literally could not tell who was what voice. I just couldn't tell. I mean, now I see that the one in the yellow hat is a higher voice. But the other video that I saw, it was literally, I was like, who is soprano? Who's alto? Which speaks to their skill because they can blend so well you cannot tell who's what. And that's really how it should be. It shouldn't be all these different tones and timbres coming out. That's why the art of background singing is a skill. It is a skill, and different people require different aesthetics from their background vocalists. So they are excellent background vocalists because they can blend so well. So yeah, before this video I couldn't really tell who was what part, which speaks to their skill. Let's keep going.
Explain it. I'm so into you.
That was just fun, man. Like, they just are good. They're just really, 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 really good. I appreciate them. And it's funny because I talk about the art of sibling singing, a little bit. Because singing with siblings is a different type of art that I think just comes naturally for siblings. I think about the Clark sisters, the Pace sisters, the Jackson 5, all these groups that are siblings of some kind of way, the Braxtons, they have the same voice. They may have different tones and different things they do with their voice and kind of how they present their voice in their own artistic way, but they have the same makeup of voice. Like if you listen to the Braxtons sing, the Clark sisters sing, like when the Clark sisters talk, you can tell they're all sisters, just by the way they talk. You can tell they have the same tone, same mouth mannerisms, you know, same vowel shapes, things like that. I actually am the youngest of 3. I have 2 older brothers. One lives 20 minutes from me. He is the father of my beautiful niece, Tamia. I love you. And the other one is Manny. Well, his name is Manuel, but he goes by Manny to us. And he lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And we sing together all the time. Not so much anymore just because we have all kind of gotten older and kind of doing our own thing. But we're never not going to be a group. We're always going to be a group. But I'm saying this to say, when we sing together, though we have different art forms in terms of how we present our voice, Darrell's a little more jazzy and Kimberly, Manny's more of a crooner and kind of a very good legato singer, you know, and can do runs and stuff like that too. You know, I'm more of a screamer, ad-libber type of thing, you know, so we all have our lanes with different types of songs that we sing as a unit, but when we come together and sing in harmony, you know, there's nothing like it. And I feel like each set of siblings has their own art, has their own vocal art form. You know, like for us, my brother Darrell kind of formulated our sound, and he's really inspired by Take 6, and so as a result we sung a lot of Take 6 type of songs. You know, I love the Clark sisters and that kind of singing. We never did none of my stuff, or hardly ever did none of my stuff, but that's okay. No, but yeah, so because he was kind of the one who kind of influenced all of us to do what we do, he kind of formulated the LEGRAIR sound, which is kind of the acapella, cool harmony type stuff, you know. So, but when we sang together, it was just a blend that we just had because we have similar voices, you know. The sibling sound, the family sound is something that is so unique and magical because it can't be replicated. You can't make it in the studio, like to a certain extent, it's just either there or it's not. And the Amours have it. They have that sound, they have that skill. And I bet you there are some bomb singers individually. I know they are. I can just tell they are. Like, you could clearly see that they are great singers individually and collectively. So I love this video. I think they're amazing. I think they give you some awesome lessons about blending because it is an art. But I think PJ picked the best 2 people to sing behind him in this part of his career, in this part of his musical journey, because they just get it. You know, they are great supportive vocalists. You know, they are great in their own way, and they're great collectively. They're great with him. I just think they're amazing. You know, and I think they're signed to his record label, so which speaks to their skill set on a whole nother level. They're their own artists in their own right, which is amazing. So tell me what you thought about this video. Did you hear a lot of the stuff that I heard, or did you hear some new stuff? What did you think? Leave your comments below and tell me what you think. Let's start a conversation a little bit. Now, if you want to show me some love, hit subscribe down below and hit the alert button next to it so you know when I post the next video, which will be soon, I promise. As always, be vocally bold, vocally creative, and vocally aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, until next time.